Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Welcome back to Unranked to Diamond. Today we are playing Samira. This is donated by Darkwing Gaming. I don't think we uploaded last game. Yeah, it went bad. I think my bot lane died over 20 times, something. But yeah, today's been a bit of a sad day. We started on the main account, as I normally do. And unfortunately, I did kind of expect it to happen a few days ago. I just saw it happening, and I didn't really know what to do about it. But yeah, we got demoted to Diamond 2. It sucks. It actually hurts a little bit because I don't know what to do. I've never... You know, this season's gone really good for me. 140 something LP in Master, playing really well, been really happy with it all. And I don't know, for the last month or so, there's just very little it feels like that I can do to make any impact in solo queue. I've swapped roles. We've played different roles. I've played different champions. It just doesn't matter. You know, you guys have seen me even play AD carry recently. I played a bit of jungle, played even a bit of top. I played all 5 roles just to see what I could do. Doing pretty well, winning lane. Remember that Misfortune game? Like, stomping bot lane. Doesn't matter. So, it's a bit of a weird situation, if I'm honest. But all I'm hoping is now that we've gotten demoted officially, I'm hoping it can then put me... It can, like, level out the MMR, basically. Playing Samira, so she is considered pretty strong at the moment, but I would say she is situational. So I don't actually know how good she's going to be against something like Thresh, because like Thresh is quite good at keeping things away, and I need to get on top. So we'll see. She's always usually quite fun to play as Samira. We'll also just give you guys like a little bit of a life update for those that, you know, I've had a bunch of comments about it since it all happened. Good news is I actually got my car back today from the repair shop, and I had a brief look. I had to have a quick pause, obviously, from streaming. I'm going to have more of a look later. I'm going to give it a drive later as well, just to see everything's good. But yeah, my car's back. So it was a really quick repair, which I was expecting it to. All they did was put new parts on it. So they just ordered new parts and put new parts on it. So pretty easy to do, pretty straightforward. And the delay when they ordered all the parts was obviously getting it sent in. Because I was nervous about it, because if you know the car world at the moment, there's a lot of delays in car stuff still to this day, because it's lack of components and lack of parts and everything. So I was a little bit concerned that I don't know, they were gonna be like, oh, it's 2 months until you can get a new rear bumper and stuff. I'm like, but no, really quick. So I was happy about that. That made me happy. What car do I have? It's a Mercedes CLA 250. Again, I am a car person, so I probably spend more on my car than I should, but it makes me happy. Because when yesterday I got the phone call of them ringing me saying, oh, we can drop your car back off, the woman actually said, was like, you're really happy? And I was like, yeah, no, I am. My car makes me happy. Whenever I'm really down, what do? I go for drives. That's what I do to clear my head sometimes, you know? I also really didn't like the courtesy car that they gave me, which might be a surprise to some people, but sorry if you own this car. But they gave me a 4 Series Coupe. It was horrible. I really didn't like it. Had insane body roll. Oh. Let's go, dude. We played that well. Woo-wee. Hello? Why are they pinging? Yasuo's dead. Samira, the all-in god. But no, yeah, I didn't like it. It was a BMW 4 Series M Sport something or other. it had insane body roll that it felt like Queen Pleb actually was getting a little bit car sick when she was in it, because the body just rolled around. And, you know, this is a sport, basically a sports car, and it had so much body roll, it was insane. It was slow. I didn't like the screen and the infotainment system. It seemed like 5 years behind. Like, I don't know, it was just weird. And obviously, first world problem. You know, it was fine. It did the job perfectly, but I don't know. It made me never want to buy one. Like, I've been in the slight mindset recently because the dog coming. Do I swap car? And, you know, a BM, like, I want to go to maybe a little bit of like an SUV. And I was like, oh, maybe a few-year-old X3 or an X5? Hell no, not anymore. As a non-car person, what do I mean? So yeah, when you go around a corner, the whole body shifts. So it feels like you're rocking back and forth a little bit. A sports, like, if you're in, like, think of it when you're in a bus. That's the extreme example. Like, the whole bus is tipping, it's body roll. In a sports car, you're not supposed to have any body roll. It's supposed to be fairly rigid. And yeah, dude, it really shocked me. It's the first thing I noticed. I was like, what the hell?
Some choose steel, others bullets. Why not both?
You can get all in again, by the way. They don't have sums. What? That did not hit me. I didn't W because I was like, that hook's not hitting me, so I didn't do it. Oh, that's frustrating. Yeah. Well, it was just the idea of what I could get. The likely one that I might be trying to swap into is the GLC. Again, not a brand new one. Way too expensive. Because I bought my one, I bought it brand new. I doubt, unless something crazy happens in my life, I don't think I'll ever buy a brand new car again. The good news is I've actually lost 0 value in my car. If anything, it's actually gained value, which is kind of insane. Just with everything, it's a very rare spec, and every month I get a call from them wanting my car. And they actually have valued it more than I paid for it, which is kind of insane. Hopefully this Darius can get a couple recovery kills here. But, yeah. Audi. I'm not a massive fan of the Audi infotainment system. I think Mercedes has just done it the best recently. And it's the one that I think, obviously, naturally, I'm just used to it. So I think that obviously adds to it, is I'm used to it, I'm comfortable with it. Didn't the accident affect the value? I do not know. Obviously, my insurance and everything dealt with that. Mercedes themselves won't know about it. Obviously, it's not... I think, obviously, with accidents, it goes into categories when it's bad. It's a cosmetic crash, so, like, it's not a category D or anything of that nature. Yeah, it wasn't structural at all. So it won't go on the car's record at all. I believe. Husband only buys cars made by F1 things. I mean, it was part of the reason I had a little looky. I can't afford a McLaren, so... Again, the only bad thing with McLarens in real life, apparently all their gearboxes just blow up. It's just, and it's one of those things that McLaren owners just accept. And I'm like, why would you accept that? Like, yeah, in 50,000 miles, yeah, the gearbox is going to blow up. You're like, what? Why is that okay? Like, don't be okay with that. That's not okay. No, Danielo. May as well stay, huh? Hey, adult dish. PB will be today. Technically tomorrow, but the patch notes will be out today. They might go all in here. If you can afford a McLaren, you can probably don't care about the cost of repairs. Maybe true. Like, so I follow a few YouTube channels, and one of them, I think probably a bunch of you probably watch him, but Hoovy, or Hoovy's Garage, or Garage. He bought a McLaren years ago now. This was like 3-4 years ago on his channel. And I think we could outplay this. And they're not even going for it. Yeah, he bought a McLaren, and let's go. He bought a McLaren, and at the time his YouTube channel wasn't absolutely massive from memory, and he bought the McLaren just over $100,000. But then the gearbox repair, if it wasn't insured or whatever, I don't even know. I think he's quoted it was like $30,000. This is all rough in my mind, but it's like if you buy a $100,000 car, yes, it's a crazy expensive car, but you don't necessarily have a spare $30,000 for a gearbox repair. You know, because let's be honest, you're financing a $100,000 car. You're not buying a $100,000 car outright. Boop, boop. So yeah, hopefully, sorry that we're not talking too much, obviously, about the game, but this is going really well. It is showing the strength of Samira. She is the all-in queen. Like, that is honestly, I would say, what her role could be. She is just such a beast at all-ins. And we're not playing it perfectly. There's, you know, we're definitely not playing it perfectly. Yeah, Ferrari SUV, yeah. I've actually been getting into a channel that I never thought I'd get into, because we all have people that just naturally annoy us. That's just life. I always used to be annoyed by, his name is Shmee150. I don't know, he always used to just annoy me. Oh, 2v1, baby! Samira, the queen of all-ins. That is the title of this video. Yeah, I've been getting into Shmee150. I don't know, just his channel, just his persona, whatever, he just annoyed me. I've actually started to really enjoy his content though. The weird thing is I'm not actually watching his main channel as much. I'm watching his second channel. I actually started watching his second channel before his main channel. And that was more, I don't know, in my mind it was more genuine. Does that make sense? Oh, they're very desperate. Whack. They are very angry and desperate in bot lane right now. Jana, what are you doing? Okay, it's gonna give Rumble a double kill though, because these two are tilted. They are a little dead. By the way, I believe I probably, if I played that perfectly, I think I could have double killed them again. I just didn't have I didn't have enough mana. If I had a little bit more mana. Who do I like better, Samira or Draven? Samira, I would say. But Samira, I would say, is a lot, well, I think she's harder than Draven because she has the more melee aspect than Draven. Oh, Poppy. Dodge it. Oh. What was that Yasuo doing for a second there? Also, did Poppy steal? Poppy stole that dragon. I watch Car WoW occasionally. I used to watch a lot of car channels, like Doug DeMiro and everything, but I've kind of found I don't want to watch them as much because watching those type of channels gets me in the mood to buy a car, and I don't want to buy a car. Like, well, ish. I'm toying with the idea of swapping the car because of the dog, but yeah. But yeah, I probably won't end up swapping my car, because I do like it a lot. Surrender vote in 3, 2, 1. Queen Pleb's got a smaller car, and she's not mad. She doesn't want a big car. I think I'm always going to have like the bigger car, which is fine with me. All right, let's go back and get our collector. Samira, oh sorry, Callista just chilling bot lane. So yeah, this game's been a great example of like Samira, like 2v1ing the enemy bot lane. Janna's worked really well with it. She's gone 0-0-15, so she's played great. She should have had that Medjai's by now. Yeah, this Janna has just owned this Thresh this game. Oh, is it Janna's first death? Medjai's will curse. It is a bit of a curse item, isn't it? Maybe a C63 estate. Can't afford that. My car payments are quite a lot, and I'm actually nearing the end of owning till I actually own the car outright, which will be great. So like for me, it's about now being the adult brain, and this is what happens when you get older and you know bills and stuff. You have to be a little bit more smart, and you know, you start thinking about, oh, it would be good if I can get my monthly bills down so I can put more in savings. And when I'm close to owning my car outright and it's still a perfectly amazing car, it's only got 13,500 miles on it right now. And I think I've got 1 year left on the deal and then I own it outright. It's really hard for me mentally to kind of go, oh yeah, let's swap car again. And then basically go on another 4 years until I own the car outright. It's a little bit hard to take because it's like I'm so close of not having that payment a month. And that my car, and you know, I don't mind saying it, it's like it's close to £500 a month. It's expensive, like really expensive. So that if I can get rid of that in a year's time, I don't pay £500 a month for my car. That's huge, you know. Think of that in savings every single year. Screw you, puppy! I'm back to full health, nearly. What happened? That's more than your mortgage? Yeah, it's not more than mine, but it would be nice for that payment not to be a thing a month, you know? And that's where I'm, like, trying really hard to be like, I'm a responsible adult. I want to get savings. Because my savings got wiped out buying the house, you know? Fundamentally, you all know, I had a pretty good amount of savings to become a pilot, and COVID and everything kind of wiped out that idea for a while. So I was like, oh, let's get on the property ladder instead, which is a good idea, but that wiped out my savings. I put a lot of my savings into the house. Basically, here in the UK, I think the minimum deposit you need to do is 5%, and then you can give whatever you want. I think I already owe nearly 25% of the house straight away, because I pretty much put all my savings into the house. Collector. Have I gone through financial education or anything? Not official financial education. It's just say the 2008 recession was really bad for me and my family. Like, really bad. Life was not good for me and my family back then. And it's basically taught me that not owing people is amazing. And if you don't try to have your payments minimum per month, it will help you in the long run. Some people like finance everything, and like they'll buy something nice, like some nice clothes or whatever, and they'll even finance that stuff. Oh, that was my penta if I lived. It's an AMG line, Chamando, so it's not an official AMG, it just looks like one. I didn't choose the AMG line, it's just that's the way the car came. I think all the CLAs in Britain or the UK market, they default come as an AMG model. Or AMG line, whatever, you know what I mean. He doesn't need to do that. Jax has got a frozen heart. Oh, wait, whoa, I'm really fed. Holy Jesus Christ, I did not realize how fed I am. Well then. I need to be more careful, I think, because I'm going to be the high prio target this game. I really like Samira, she's cool. She is cool. Poppy's had a really bad game. Phase rush as well. Ba-dum, ba-da-da, bum, 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 wow, wow, wow. Yeah, GA eventually would be good, because obviously I'm all in. I'm gonna go IE next though, because IE is like my absolute damage is when I get IE, and then I go GA. God, Jax does so much damage. No, Yodi, it should be available. Yes, Chamando. And it's the premium plus edition as well. I got it fully loaded. The only thing that I didn't get on mine, and I regretted it, I'm not even kidding, like a couple months later, I didn't get the autonomous motorway driving package because I was like, I don't drive on motorways. And then I started dating Queen Pleb and went on motorways a lot. I was like, oh, that would have been good. It was like an extra £1,500, and I was like, I don't need that. That would have been really handy. But anyway, sorry that this game was a bit more chill. I kind of needed it as well, just a bit more chill for my mental. But we went 17-4-6. You know, half paying attention, getting really fed. But that's Samira. Again, Samira is, and we can't hide away from it, she is one of the Feast or Famine AD carries. You fundamentally will either get fed or you will feed on this champion, because that is the playstyle. It's the exact same with why Rengars or Yasuo's exactly the same. They go 0-10 or 10-0 because you have to go in. A Samira that doesn't go in does nothing. You have to go in, and it's either going to go really well and the enemy team dies, or you go in, you get killed, bad, it's dead. That's the problem with Samira. I'm going to give it to the Janna. I think she actually played really good. So well done to her. We're getting honored a few times, but honestly, some of those honors should go on the Janna. She didn't die. She went 1-0-26. That is a perfect game of Janna. But we do the most damage in the game, 29,000, dealing, well, close, near, not too far away from triple damage of the Callista. So yeah, great game. Again, just to remind everyone, this is donated by Darkwing Gaming. I guess it's a form of a sponsorship. And then if we go over here and have a little looky on some of the stats, so that was my second game of Samira. Obviously got more fed this time. Rumble, good stats, but just a slight negative win rate there. Really bad Darius stats, or win rate, sorry, and not great stats. Again, we did see he did get owned this game, so maybe just Darius is not for this guy. The Jax did well. Some type of Smurf, maybe only level 112, not sure. Poppy had a nightmare of a game, and that is a little bit bad. One trick Poppy, nearly 2 million mastery points, and actually has a negative win rate on the champion with a bad KD, let's be honest. Oof, that's rough. Yasuo, actually not bad stats for a Yasuo. Negative win rate, Callista also negative KD, so again, probably not for this player. They are auto-filled though. Again, if you're auto-filled to AD carry, Callista is not the champion you should be playing. And then the Thresh, really good stats for a Thresh, but honestly, one lost this game. But yeah, Janna did a good amount of work, worked really well with Samira. The all-ins went well. We had to do some good things. It wasn't like we couldn't just do nothing. We had to play well to get fed, but we did. So yeah, really good game there. Very happy about that one. The absolute all-in god. But there we go. That's gonna be it. If you guys did enjoy, sorry that this game, for commentary wise, to like the hardcore league people, this was a little bit more chill. It's just the day that I've had has not been good, so just having a little bit more of a chill atmosphere was nice. But if you guys enjoyed it anyway, and you enjoyed the conversations we were having, do throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime.